The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99X.
If you pick up Creative Loafing this past week, you will see the bloodied and beaten face of Mike Woods. And the headline is Baseball Bats, Barbed Wire, and Bad Boys Beating Each Other in the Burbs. Got Blood. And this is really not someone you should know. These are really two guys, maybe some people you should know. I don't know. You could get hurt knowing these guys. Mike Woods and Dayion Pruitt. And these guys are on their way to fame and fortune. We've seen a lot of this on, like, Dateline, and we've seen a lot of this on 2020 and 48 Hours. Mostly last year when wrestling was, at its peak. And when a lot of, like, these backyard wrestling videotapes were surfacing. You'd see them on real TV stuff. I mean, kids that would like go out in the backyards and literally beat the crap out of each other with bats, with barbed wire, with cans, with everything.
Street signs,
glass,
nails,
light bulbs. Beat themselves up for the amusement of their friends and family.
How old are you guys?
I'm 19.
And I'm 21.
All right, so, and you guys, and these are two guys who do this, and I'll say this, the Creative Loafing piece, I thought was going to rip you apart. I mean, I thought that they were going to say how, horrible this is and how, but it's actually not a bad article at all. You must have been happy about it.
Yeah, it was real decent. It's definitely the best one we've had so far.
How did you get into this? How did you get lured into this world?
Well, we started about 4 years ago, and never really took it seriously up until about 2 years ago when I got this perfect idea, and I just improvised on it, and here we are.
Now, Mike, you're the guy who takes the majority of the beatings, right?
Right.
And what are some of the injuries you've sustained?
Severe, multiple concussions. I'm sure cracked ribs, cracked fingers, brain injuries, skull injuries, torn ligaments in the knees.
What do you guys hit each other with? What kind of weaponry do you use?
Oh, good Lord. Anything we can find. I'd say the axe is probably my favorite. So
Axe?
The axe handle or the axe?
No, the axe.
Well, wait a minute. How does that work?
I swing it and hit him.
Well, you hit him with the blunt end of it. You don't hit him with the sharp edge of the axe.
No, I hit him with a blade.
Yeah.
With the blade on padded body parts or just on his body?
I'd say he might be wearing maybe 2, maybe 3 shirts, but other than that, it's all skin.
Well, now, wait a minute. I mean, the axe would go right into him and kill him.
Well, no, it's a fairly dull axe, and it's kind of rusty, so...
Oh, that's good. A rusty axe.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good.
Where do these fights take place?
Anywhere.
Okay, and do people pay to go see these fights?
Sometimes.
Yes.
How often do they occur?
Whenever someone calls us up, say, let's see a fight.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
When someone just calls us up and say, hey, let's see a fight.
So it could happen once a week?
It has before.
Yeah.
Have the cops ever tried to intervene?
No.
No.
Never.
Why do you guys do this?
Mutual hate for each other.
No, I find that hard to
No,
believe.
really, why do you do
No,
it?
really. It's just fun, man, just watching wrestling on TV. And, I mean, just like being in a band, you hear music, you want to play music, you watch TV, and you like wrestling. That's what started it. And I just guess we both got a strong tolerance for pain. And besides, I mean, that regular wrestling is cool if it's on TV with millions of people watching, but I mean, what we like to do is a little bit, one step above that.
What they do is choreographed and very, it's
not real.
It's almost a skill.
Yeah,
They've got it down to an art.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you guys are just beating the crap out of each other.
Pretty much.
We just walk in, we just walk in, wing it, man. Whoever is up at the end wins, I guess.
Well, but, here's the other thing. The weapons that are used on TV in professional wrestling, it's fake barbed wire. The bats are fake. I mean, it's a very lightweight bat. It's not a real bat.
Right.
Rubber.
It's a rubber bat in many cases.
Yeah.
So the weapons that they used are specifically dulled or softened because they don't want to get hurt. So why are you guys using the real thing if the professionals won't even use the real thing?
Well, I mean, because like for us, I mean, that's my whole idea. About this whole wrestling thing is to get away from the fake stuff because I'm so sick of it. So I mean, like, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
But it's entertainment. What they do, what you do, is sadistic. I mean, seriously. I mean, they're doing it for entertainment value.
So are we.
But
So are they
someone
just
could end up dead with what you're doing, though.
Right. Yeah, right. I mean, has anybody... I mean, you guys have injured each other seriously.
Yeah,
Have you ever come close to dying?
Who determines who wins a fight? I mean, is it when the last man's down?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Whoever's
pretty much.
standing up last.
But you're not fighting to kill.
No.
No.
I mean, we don't punch. I won't just walk up and punch him in the face. We don't punch each other. It ain't like a knockdown fight. And we actually have moves that are real good moves. The article that you seen in Creative Wrestling was mainly just weapons, use of the weapons.
Right.
But we actually do have good moves that we actually have practiced on quite a bunch of times. We actually do practice, but we don't set or choreograph anything up.
What do you want to see come out of this?
I honestly don't have a clue. Michael could probably tell you what he's expecting.
Yeah, things out now that WCW is now out of Atlanta now.
Yes.
I have no competition. So therefore, it's all hands up. you
Right.
know?
The road is now open for you to come in and walk away with that market.
Exactly.
Is this kind of like the Fight Club?
Oh,
Sort of, but not really.
yeah,
It comes off a lot like it.
Like, I mean, we wouldn't mind having people come in, and fight around with us, have a couple matches with us. I mean, we've done that before with other people, but, I mean, everybody that does it knows exactly what's going on. They know that it ain't out to, jump on somebody and try to break their neck or break their nose, you know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
tell you the truth, when he's bleeding a lot of them times, I just get carried away.
Right. Now, this is Dayion Pruitt and Mike Woods. They fight for fun and entertainment.
Real fighting.
In people's backyards. Real fighting with weapons and sticks and hammers and axes. And you can read about it on the front cover of the Creative Loafing. Dayion Pruitt and Mike Woods. They fight for fun and entertainment.
Real fighting.
In people's backyards. Real fighting with weapons and sticks and hammers and axes.
What do your parents think about it?
I just keep hearing somebody's going to get hurt, but they've pretty much learned to accept it by now.
yeah.
So they don't. They just.
My parents, they've learned to accept it.
And Mike, you're married.
Dayion is.
Yeah,
Do-
Dayion's married.
Okay, what does your wife think of this?
she is kind of sketchy on the whole fighting thing.
Huh, I can't imagine. And do you have a child?
I do. Mike does.
Mike has a child.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about your kid? I mean,
Do you let them watch?
No.
Oh, he's only like 5, 6 months old.
now
Yeah.
what do you think, because I know that you guys want to break in or pick up where WCW left off or whatever, but you do know that professional wrestlers and pro wrestling in general, they frown on this activity. I mean, they look down on this kind of display.
Because they know that if it gets out there on the mainstream, that it can put them out of business.
Do you really think that?
Yeah.
Do you think people want the blood and guts as opposed to the choreographed, entertaining wrestling?
Well, yeah.
A lot of them, definitely.
Yeah.
I disagree with him with the WCW. I figure we're kind of picking up where ECW left off, because I never really did compare us to WCW or WWF. It's always ECW is what started it.
It is more ECW-ish. I would agree
But
with that.
don't you think this would be a bad influence, though, on younger people? We saw what happened with that case in Florida.
Well, see, that's just it.
Well, hang on. That case in Florida you can't bring up because it was proven that it was not wrestling that influenced it. But I know what you're saying because there are plenty of incidents. I just want to point out that case may not be the example, but there are many examples.
A bunch of
Of
copycat
this kind of
examples.
stuff, copycat
Yeah.
examples, yeah.
With younger people.
my point of view is that if something happens like that because of us, we don't take responsibility because we didn't tell them to go out and do it. They did it on their own free will, and so therefore, I'm not taking responsibility, for any deaths or paralyzations or dismemberments, So
Right. Can you think of anything, Mike, that Dayion has ever done to you that has just hurt the most? What's the worst thing he's ever done to
Good
you?
Lord.
What's the worst thing he ever did to you?
I would say he probably I can't remember what the move was, but he threw me on some boards and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then the corner of it caught the back of my head, and it knocked me out.
It was a reverse DDT
Yeah.
that gave him, I think, the second concussion that I've given him, and that was probably the worst.
Yeah, and so that was probably it. Or the axe shot to the back, you know. But my worst injury though was a back injury last Mother's Day, to be exact.
What happened?
I was wrestling for some wrestling down in the Bronx of Atlanta somewhere.
Yeah, it wasn't all flashy. It was quite nasty, too.
And I was basically dropped about 25 feet off the turnbuckle, went through a table, and my back got fractured.
It got fractured.
Got fractured.
What's each of your favorite bands?
My favorite band is Pantera, by far.
Slipknot.
They're all right.
What about the other one?
My band is Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Okay. And are you guys making any money on this?
Yeah, do people watch? Do they come pay to watch you?
We have been paid before, I'd say. You know, we're not getting paid thousands or whatever dollars, but, you know, I mean, we've gotten paid up to, hell, $200 before.
Wow, $200. And Mike, why are you the guy who always gets the beatings? Why does Dayion not get much of the beating? Are you, like, more impervious to pain?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. It just works out that way. I mean, I don't mind it, you know. But,
Obviously.
You know, I guess I'm more used to it, I guess.
And if one of you gets really severely hurt or injured or dies, you realize that the other one could probably be brought up on charges.
No, that wouldn't happen.
You don't think so?
Did you sign something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you both signed release forms to let each other beat the crap out of each other.
Oh, yeah.
You
Right.
absolve each other of anything. I don't even know if something like that would. I don't even know if something like that would hold up.
I hear you.
Plus, we have witnesses too, you know.
Hang on. You have there are people who are calling who have questions for you.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. 3.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, I just got a question from Mike.
Yeah.
Did you have that speech impediment type thing that you have before or after y'all started?
The what now?
Well, I noticed you got like this smack when you talk.
Oh, yeah. That was because of the wrestling stuff.
It was because of wrestling?
Yeah. I've been hitting the head one too many times.
All right. Just wondering, man.
Yeah.
So it's affected your speech.
A teeny tiny bit, you know, not much, you know, to where it's a severity or anything.
No, it's barely noticeable.
Any other noticeable things on your body that are permanent?
With scarring, burns, stuff like that.
Burns?
Oh yeah, you know, going through fire tables and having fire, being lit on fire.
Thrown on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We should say, for anybody listening, I mean, what these guys do is really stupid. You know that it is.
I think they know it.
I mean, even they know. I'm saying it because they know it is.
Well,
it's really
you know,
stupid.
To you, it might be stupid, you know, but to us, you know.
I mean, come on, guys. You know.
It's definitely a sick thing to do, but,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like I said, like a hobby, man. It's just, you know, fun for us.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the fact that if these two guys want to go out and beat the crap out of each other and, you know, their parents or guardian. Well, you guys are over 18, right?
Yeah.
You know, so they really don't have guardians.
I just want to know where all the anger comes from.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What kind of upbringing did you have? I mean, did
Mike,
maybe something traumatic happen growing up?
In the article, it talks a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Mike.
that I don't want to get into.
Okay.
All right, you can read the article.
Read the
'cause
article
there's a
instead
lot
of loafing.
ugly.
Grab it before it disappears tomorrow because the new one's coming out. All right, guys, thanks.
All right.
All right.
All right, man.
There you go. Thank you very much, guys.
Mike Woods, Dayion Pruitt.
A couple of fine, upstanding young citizens down there. And where do you guys live?
I live in Stockbridge.
Stockbridge. All
All
right.
right, now go on
Very
out
good.
and beat the crap out of each other. Get your daily beating.
This is the best of the Morning X.
It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Let's go out and find a beer and a fist fight, huh? Come on.
99X.